Travelers to Peterborough find the beautiful Ontario outdoors right in the heart of the city, influences from the area First Nations, and a downtown that still retains historic charm of the area's English, Irish, and Scottish settlers. Peterborough might not be the first place you'd travel to find someone preserving thousand-year-old ceramic traditions from China, but there's one artist here whose unique Chinese porcelain designs have not only contemporary but very local twists.
I'm just about to come to the point where I'm going to make the rim. It's nice because you've got the rim as a frame, and so the interior can be a pond of water. It can be the sky. It can be anything.
Eagle-eyed visitors who have some knowledge of pottery quickly notice this ceramic art is special.
I decided to really risk everything by pursuing something that I believed was good for me to do, which was explore this tradition and educate myself around it. It really was an example of risk and reward. I just made stuff that was beautiful to me, and it caught the eye of Adrian Clarkson. I had started working with maple leaves almost as soon as I started working with porcelain. We had a maple tree on our property.
How do you feel about the marriage of sort of Canadian natural themes with pretty ancient Chinese decorative arts?
I live in Canada, so I bring my own experience to bear on this tradition. I built a small test kiln. Ultimately, out of that kiln came some of my first little tiles with these old glazes on them, and one looked like water. And I thought, well, I'm going to make a plate and I'm going to put fish in it. And it was just that simple. Well, you know, when I was a little kid looking off the end of the dock and seeing this stringer of fish sitting there, very much the same image that I've put on the plate. When I was creating the geese, it was springtime and the Canada geese were migrating over my house. I would go out and look up the sky for ideas. So, you know, that whole series that I created was, you know, derived from, you know, my own response to nature. Much of the inspiration comes from outside, but so much of it just comes from being engaged in the process. Because, I mean, what's interesting about working on the wheel, you're really confined to a fairly limited vocabulary, a circle, right? There's a beauty to these pieces when they're thrown, and just to the point where if you went one moment more, they would just collapse, and this is about to. And my theory is that because you've expressed the material and drawn it out to its absolute limit, at that point you have beauty. It adds an element of naturalism to the piece. I love meeting people who come into the studio, for me to share with them, to show them where it comes from and why I do it. Also, you know, doing things by hand in traditional ways, craftsmanship, ancient traditions. It's so exciting to make these discoveries and having this connection to history and to other human beings. It gives meaning. You know, all of this, all of what I'm doing is about finding meaning. Meaning in my own life, meaning you know, through creating beauty and then having that object impact someone else.